Welcome to my channel Science for Mankind. Today I will show you how to install VirtualBox software in Windows 10 operating system. This is because if anyone wants to run Ubuntu operating system inside the Windows operating system, that means Windows is host system, then VirtualBox software is a good option. To do so, you must open your favorite browser, that means whether it is Firefox or Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge or Safari, etc. Here I just open my Google Chrome browser. So in Google Chrome browser, just type in new tab VirtualBox. Hit enter. Now in the first option, Oracle VM VirtualBox, click on it. Now VirtualBox homepage will be appeared. Here you can show on the left pane there are several options, and this is the VirtualBox 6.1 version. Now in the downloads option, you can download the required files. Now in the VirtualBox 6.1.12 platform packages, so there are several options for several hosts. For Windows, this is Windows host. For Mac, this is OS host. For Linux or Ubuntu, Linux distributions, and for Solaris, it is Solaris host. So here I am using Windows operating system, so I just want to download the Windows host. Click on it, download now. Okay, now depending upon the internet speed, this will take several minutes to several seconds. In my case, it is about half a minute or 28 or 30 seconds. Now in download folder, there are VirtualBox software exe file. Okay, now to open this application file, double click on it. Just double click on it. So click on next. Now leave these settings as it is. Click on next. Now here also the checkbox configuration, leave the settings as it is. Click on next. Now here is a warning, network interface. Click on next. Click on next. Now install. In the pop-up menu, click yes. Now installation is progressing. Now click on install. Okay, now click on finish. Okay, now VirtualBox software is successfully installed in my machine. Close it. Now this is the VirtualBox software. Now I am now want to install the Ubuntu operating system from its official web page. So just open a tab and click on it and type Ubuntu. Hit enter. Now the first option is ubuntu.com. It is official website. Click on it. Now official web page homepage is appearing. Now click on the tab download tab. Click on it. Now 20.04 LTS, click on it. Now thank you for downloading Ubuntu desktop. Now your download is ready. Click on download now. Now this is approximately 2.5 GB. This is the Ubuntu ISO file. Now depending upon your internet speed, it takes several hours to several minutes. In my case, it is approximately takes about 30 minutes, so just wait for it. Okay, now okay, now download has been completed. Now open the folder. Now click on open folder. Now this is the download folder, 2.5 GB ISO file. I want to move it from download to my E drive or D drive. So just to do so, just right click on it and click on cart option. So just right click on it and click on cart option. Now go to my desired drive. Here it is D drive. Now click on it and click on paste. Now depending upon your system configuration, the cut paste option are completed in few seconds or few minutes. Now the paste option is successfully done. Now this is the ISO file. To check whether it is ISO or not, right click on it on properties, and here you can show it is a ISO file, disk image file. Okay, close it. Now the next part is how to add the Ubuntu disk image file to VirtualBox software so that you can run Ubuntu operating system under Windows operating system or Windows host. To do so, you must launch the VirtualBox machine or VirtualBox software. So that just right click on it or open, or just double click on it. So the VirtualBox machine is opening. Now click on new. So enter your machine name as your favorite name, whatever may be. Just put a name on it. So I can give a name on it. Ubuntu space 20.04 Linux. So there may be several options. So it is Linux, and this is the 64-bit. There are also 32-bit, but my ISO file is 64-bit, so I am choosing 64-bit. Okay, now go to the next option. Here memory size, you can change it as your desired memory size. You can for zip side, I am just put it on up to green portion. Okay, now go to the next option. Here the configuration I just leave as it is, and go to next option. Here also I just put it leave at as it is, no change. Now there are two physical hard disk type, fixed size and dynamically allocated size. If you want to know about more, then just see the explanation. So I am choosing dynamically allocated hard disk type, so it is by default selected. Just click on next. Now this is the file location and size. So here by default it is 10 GB. I am putting here it is 50 or 70 GB. So just you can also edit it by clicking the cursor on it and put the number, your desired number, 50 GB. Okay, now go to the next portion. Okay, now to start the Ubuntu session, click on start. But before that, there are several settings to be configured to run the operating system properly. For this, click on settings. Okay, for this click on settings option. Now here this is the computer name, and this is Linux and 64-bit. Now go to the advanced option. Now this may be selected as bidirectional, because to copy and paste from Ubuntu to Windows and to Windows to Ubuntu, there these two options must be bidirectional. So bidirectional, and we select both option as bidirectional. Now these are the available option. Now go to the next tab, system. Now this is the motherboard. Leave it as it is, whether it is low or high. Now this is the memory size. Since in my computer I have Intel i7 6 core processor, that means there are 6 into 2 is equal to 12 threads, so it shows 12 CPUs. So you can change it as your desired requirement. Okay, now if anyone have 4 cores, then it shows 8 CPUs. In my case it is 6 core, that means 12 CPUs. So I can change it up to green mark as safe side, up to this. Okay, now this is the memory. When you run your operating system, this acts as memory. 6 CPUs are used. Okay, now the next option is display. Okay, there is no need to change anything. Now this is storage. To storage, here you must there are empty option. So in the CD image, disk image, here you can specify your Ubuntu ISO disk image location. So to do so, click on empty and go to the right side and see the CD icon, and in the CD icon click on it and select the choose a file location. Now go to the D drive, and there is my ISO file, and click on open. Okay, click on open. So it is selected Ubuntu -1 20.04 AMD. This is selected. Now there are some available option, audio, etc., network, etc. Okay, now press on. These are the common for requirement configuration. So click on OK. Okay, now to run this, click on start. Okay, click on start. Disk check can be cancelled by pressing Ctrl C in this time. Okay, as it is SSD, so disk checking progresses very fastly. Now Ubuntu is loading. Okay, now Ubuntu home screen has been appeared in front of you. Now to install the Ubuntu ISO in this computer, in this virtual machine permanently, so following steps are to be followed. So here install Ubuntu, and the on the left side you see the preferred language English US. Click on continue. Now here there is an option that normal installation and the third party software can also be installed during installation if internet connection is available. Okay, so also check it. Click continue. Now there are installation type, that means erase the disk and install Ubuntu. So here you there is no option, other option something else, but you can select the first option because it is the safe side, because the Ubuntu operating system is installed inside the virtual box, not the physical hard drive exactly. So there is no need to be feared about the erase of anything or like that. So just click on continue and there is a checkbox. Click on continue. Now select your location. By default it is selected as India and region is shown as Kolkata, so it is perfectly correct. So I just click continue. Here you can give your name, your computer name, password, etc etc. So you can give any your favorite name. So I am just put my own name, BAPI. So just type BAPI, and in the second option you can see your computer name, BAPI-VirtualBox. okay, so you can edit it or leave it as it is. Now you can set your password. I can give a fair password, not very complicated, simple password, and confirm my password again. Now click on continue. Now installation is completed, and at this point you can restart your computer. That means you just click on the top right corner and just shut down your Ubuntu PC. After that you will see like this. Now you can select the Ubuntu and start. Click on start. Now your Ubuntu operating system has fired up and you can see the Ubuntu homepage. Now you will see your name and asking for, by clicking on it, asking for your password. Just put password and hit enter. You can see the Ubuntu OS home screen. Now this is the welcome messages. Click on next and forward. Okay, now you see that if I maximize the VirtualBox Windows is not maximizing. To do so, there is a command line you need to run in the terminal. So to do, you can search for terminal in the left bottom corner. Okay, so at the left bottom corner, click on it, search for terminal, TERMINAL. Search for terminal, click on it and type sudo space apt space install space build minus essential space dkms space linux minus headers minus dollar open parenthesis uname space minus r close parenthesis and hit enter. Asking for password, give the password. Now you can see there are 143 MB of disk will be required. If you agree, type on yes and hit enter. Type UI and hit enter. And depending upon the internet speed, this will take several seconds to few minutes, and all the packages are downloaded and installed in your VirtualBox Ubuntu operating system. Now installation process is going on. Okay, it is done. Now close the terminal. Now click on it is for software updater. Remind me now later, remind me later. Okay, if you see the details, then click on it, see the details. You may install it on later. Now click on in the VirtualBox, click on device, and at the last option click on it. Now asking for your permission, click on run. Asking for password, give the password and hit enter or click on authenticate. Now this will open a terminal and some packages are downloaded. Hit enter to close the window. Now the install package to be affected, you must restart the machine. To do so, just shut down your Ubuntu session. Click on power off, click on power off, click on power off. Okay, now again start your, at first select Ubuntu and then start, click on start. So as a fresh Ubuntu operating system will be started. Now if I at this portion, if I maximize or drag and drop my VirtualBox dialog, Ubuntu can also maximizes. Now asking for password, give the password, hit enter. Okay, now if I drag maximize, now you see Ubuntu can also maximizing. If I put full screen on it, Ubuntu can also fit it exactly on the full screen. Now here you can check whether copy paste option is working or not. Just open Firefox browser. Now open a tab, just put write www.google.in and hit enter. So Google home page will be appeared. Now click on it, right click on it, just copy and minimize it, and on Windows operating system open Google Chrome browser and paste it, hit enter. So you will see Google homepage will be appeared. That means Ubuntu to Windows operating system to copy paste working fine. Now copy this VirtualBox download page from here and paste it in VirtualBox Ubuntu operating system. Here hit enter. So you can see that both Ubuntu to Windows and Windows to Ubuntu copy paste working fine. So these are the complete procedure. Just close this session, click on it, powered off, and powered off. Okay, now close the windows. Okay, now close the windows. Okay, that's all. This is the full installation guide of Ubuntu operating system inside the Windows host via VirtualBox software. So that's all. Thank you for watching this video. Thanks a lot.